Hello and welcome back to Leeds United, and we have progressed to deadline day. I thought I'd actually include it, deadline day, because I don't normally, and it's the first one of this game cycle. Start with the people we've actually signed already, though. And it's only 2 acquisitions, first of which is the one that's filling in the gap we have in terms of squad depth across the attacking midfield line, and it's Yasser Asprilla, who does all of it. A 2-footed player who can play across that line, both left and right, can fill in for both Harrison and Sinisterra. Also got functionality in striking if necessary. Has the potential. Had the price tag. He's already come on in both appearances since his arrival. 13.5 million up front, more if he plays 50 games, of course. You know how this works. And then we've already gone to South America. Andre Santos from Vasco da Gama, as I've been informed. About 5 million or so up front. 5.5 more if he plays 50 games again. Loaned him back for the second half of the season. He will still get homegrown club when he joins in January properly at the end of their season, because he doesn't turn 19 until May. But yeah, well-rounded, has the potential, hopefully, to be a very solid player. I do believe the price tag that has been listed there is now effectively the one as if he was in our squad. So price tag seems reasonable. I feel relatively confident we've got a good deal at least. But that's it. Deadline day to go. There's a whole bunch of deals happening on deadline day. It's all over the place. Stuart Armstrong to Everton, Webster to Wolves, Perro to Palace, Orsic to Spurs is one, Trossard to Spurs is potentially happening. Martinez to City has already happened. Carrasco to Spurs has already happened. Sane to... Oh no, these aren't all happening. These are all just rumours. Orsic is the only done deal. Man City do not need Martinez. Why have I been given the option to send my head of sports science to calm down a player I've offered out? That doesn't feel like it's within your job description. I love the fact that Leicester are rumoured with literally every Premier League goalkeeper, by the way. There's a Raya rumour down here. They were rumoured they wanted Meslier over the course of the transfer window. I've already seen Robert Sanchez linked with them on deadline day as well. I do love the fact that even the game understands that Leicester need a goalkeeper. Jose Font is a done deal for Wolves. Of course he is. Because Mali's 38, he's Portuguese. He's fair enough, 3.5 stars, but physically gone. Well, that was thoroughly underwhelming in the end, just because I had no money and nobody offered actual money for many of my players. Just unfortunately fringe loans, basically, which I was never going to accept. Okay, so cool. We're the 17th lowest spender. We're spending less money on wages than Forest. More than Fulham, though. More than Brentford, of course, who have been here another year. Sorry, Aston Villa are spending more on wages than Arsenal. So are Leicester. Arsenal are pulling a blinder here. 14 million was the biggest deal on deadline day. Somewhat underwhelming. This was a weird thing, by the way. Robles, who was signed by Leeds in real life just to cover goalkeeper purposes, he was upset the fact that he wouldn't have a work permit, despite the fact he has a work permit currently and is on a 1-year deal. So it doesn't matter that he won't get a work permit at the end of the year, because he won't be here at the end of the year. He wanted me to sell him now. Football Manager, already doing weird things. I've completely missed the fact that they expect a result on these now. I've missed that. I only paid attention to the bit beneath. So they want a minimum of a draw in this game. I feel like we've played away from home constantly recently. It's just because the City game was at home, I guess. The 2 home games have been Arsenal and City, so they haven't really felt like home games, I guess. We're away for the next 2 games as well, which is Brighton and Villa, by the way. We'll bring you them. Ireland scored again. For this Brighton game, inexplicably, my Americans are on international duty, and the majority of my team is still tired anyway, so it's going fabulously there. So yeah, my bench is somewhat depleted again, and I am going to have to play Luke Ayling, who is not at full fitness, but Meslier in goal, Christensen on the left back because Plattenhart's tired and returning to fitness himself, Cooper because Strike's tired, I have to rotate my defence at some point, Sitalo, Ayling, Rocker remains, Klitsch alongside Gagliardini. They might be better the other way around, actually. They are not. Harrison and Sinisterra are going to have to continue, and Gelhardt's going to have to stay up front because Bamford's a little bit tired and also returning to fitness still. I don't think he's ever been at full fitness. Brighton lineup as kind of expected. They signed Paul Dummett in the window, by the way, because of course they did. Oh, it looks like 3rd kit for Leeds, which I suppose makes sense. According to the game, we're coming into this in poor form, but our last game was a loss to Manchester City. I now realise I didn't show you the results. And, well, that's not great. Just a ball over the top. Yep, ball over the top. That better not be a problem in the game engine again. It was a problem in the beta phase of last year's game. If it's a problem again this year, then why have they not learned from their mistakes? Defensive reaction times are still an issue, seemingly. Even though they kind of fixed the ball over the top problem on last year's game, the reaction times is still a question mark. But yeah, Brighton also playing with that 7-2-1 formation that Forest did. Trossard to Estupinian. Sinisterra's hacked his Are they the same nationality as Estupinian, like Ecuadorian? It's a penalty. It's inside the box, apparently. Didn't look it, but Trossard. It looked like a foul. I didn't even realise it was inside the box. Trossard scored. Is he their penalty taker normally? Trying to remember from the actual real world situation, but he scored regardless. Doesn't matter if he's not. He's clearly capable. Estupinian is indeed Ecuadorian, as is his teammate Casido, who I now realise might have been a factor. Well, we've had one shot in it. This has gone splendidly. Why is there no attacking midfielder option? Why is there no wide attacking midfielder option that just allows me to basically choose what I want on this page? Inverted winger crosses out cross from byline. Regular winger crosses out cross less often. I don't necessarily want them to cross more often, nor do I want them to stay wider. But I want them to cross from byline. There is genuinely no option in the wide roles that allows me to do what I want. I'm flipping them into inverted wingers because I know last year inside forwards didn't work. So that's part of the reason why I was using inside forwards, by the way, is just to see if they actually functioned this year. It's why I ran a 3-striker system last year, is because the inside forwards didn't work, and setting up the pressing forwards in the 3-striker system the way we did effectively made them function the way that inside forwards should have functioned. Oh good, Gagliardini's dead on his feet and Harrison's been broken, because that's what we needed, more injuries. Forshaw is my only remaining midfielder. Gerhard's having another shocker, so Bamford's coming on for the last whatever. Marvin places the left back. And at the very least, Robin Koch can do defensive midfield relatively well, so I'm going to bring take Rocker off for him. God, that's bright. Oh, Arsenal-Chelsea's happening in the background. And I've been locked out from shouting, apparently, for the remainder of this match. I cannot do any... Oh, because I apparently need to confirm changes. Thanks for that. That means Plattenhardt and Koch haven't come on. Why is that a thing? Still, Bamford's on this ball, Espria. Well, momentum's dead from this, but we'll try and build a move regardless. Thank you. Still managed to fashion something out there, at least. I mean, this was a fascinating... Why he's passed it backwards and not passed it in front of Espria for him to run onto, God knows. Still worked out. And now Plattenhardt and Koch will come on, even though it's about 20 minutes late. 93 minutes into a 96-minute game, because 6 minutes of injury time. Plattenhardt with a very odd ball there for him, particularly for him, with his fantastic creation attributes. Lallana has intercepted, unfortunately. Undav will give it to Thuram. Which Thuram is that? Gilmore passes it to Meslier. Oh, that was the highlight. I presume it's Marcus Thuram, by the way. Oh no, Kepran Thuram. Is Marcus Thuram the striker? No, that was shocking. I mean, we're still 12th, all things considered. And having played Manchester City... What do you mean? Sorry. Oh, Estupinian got injured over the course of it. Can we talk about how one of your players broke Harrison then? I hate that question, by the way. It's one of the worst questions in the whole damn game. I know we've got a full week, but I'm still resting everyone. So there's the full fixture list, by the way. A draw with Arsenal. Lost to Wolves in the Carabao. Don't care. A draw with Leicester away from home. Manchester City only beat us 2-0, which is not bad for a team that scored 15 goals in the first 4 games. And then, obviously, you've just saw the Brighton game. Man City haven't conceded. Edison's got 6 clean sheets. There's only been 6 games. Oh, God. That's terrifying. There's a growing discontent at your reluctance to play attacking football. Considering my board and my supporters are praising me for my attacking football, I do think you're talking nonsense. This game, man. I see the press conferences this year haven't got any better. The Leeds board expect the team to draw the next match, but Aston Villa will be more likely to get the win. Oh, Ayling got injured again, somehow. Didn't see that happen. Blisters, because of course it is. Or did not be anything useful. Well, a stealth injury to Luke Ayling has provided not really much more of a quandary, but at the very least makes the bench somewhat less flexible. Meslier will start in goal. Plattenhardt is good enough to start a left-back again. Strike and Sotalo remain. Dramé at right-back. Rocker is switching to an anchorman. I can't remember if it was anchorman or half-back that was potent last year, but we'll go with anchorman for now. Box-to-box, Gagliardini remains. Arison returns to the CM attack. Harrison and Sinister switch to inverted wingers at least, because I don't know if the poor inside forward situation from last year has carried over to this year or not. But we'll switch to inverted wingers anyway. Gelhardt doesn't need to be up front because Bamford is fit again at least. So there we go. We're not actually on the day. That was just my tactics screen. The only change is Plattenhardt is tagged as being returning to fitness now for some reason. Plattenhardt on a corner. Can he get his first assist? No. But it's nice to see a highlight begin with a corner, so that gives me a certain amount of confidence. Dendoncker on the ball. Digne finds McGinn. Digne again. Kamara. Buendia. I mean, that's who forward, but unhelpfully. Kind of forgot that Dendoncker had gone to Aston Villa. Still feels weird because he's a Wolves player. That move should not be made. Buendia scored. I think genuinely that's their first shot, and he scored it. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in that situation. It was their first one and only shot so far in the first 18 minutes. I mean, I imagine they're going to get more over the course of the game, so they won't look as pathetic, but come on, lads. They scored 2 from 2. Melee, do you have arms, lad? Because I'm starting to get concerned you're not actually a goalkeeper here. It's great to... Oh, what is the positioning for Melee? Sorry, I didn't even catch that in the original. The turn's fantastic, don't get me wrong. Stop injuring my left backs! It's bruised ribs, by the way, is what he's injured with. Apparently that's enough to take him out of the game. Frankly, he's staying on. Ew, I bruised my rib. Strike. Someone's clearly just elbowed him in the ribcage. That's the ball I'm expecting from Platinart. That's what I expect to see from him. What a ball that was. Shame Gagliardini was the one on the end of it. If you can get 1 goal back, Platinart, that'd be lovely. Oh, Cooper's going to have to come on. I can't do anything about it. He's moaning constantly for me to take him off. It would be nice if I could just have a functioning left back for an entire game. Because genuinely, I don't think I've had that yet. And we've played 8. Watkins is completely unmarked. Not the ball over the top, so... concerning me that that's going to be a thing in this year's game again. Wait, how is he onside? Oh, Gagliardini's now broken as well. Can you stop injuring my players? I'm running out of them. Cooper to take a throw. Rocker finds Cooper again. Sinistera's at the back post. That should have been a goal. Worth noting, we've not scored a single corner goal yet. Not one. Despite having someone with 15 corner taking and 2 central defenders with 16 jumping reach. So, you know, the recipe for last year, not happening yet. Might try back post. Wait, why is Bamford attacking this? Why is this not remembered what I need? That one's better. Well, we've hit a ball to Cooper, and let's see if we can make something out of this. Nope, because he's just passed it into thin air. Camera, Mings, forward to Coutinho, who's going to punish us now because we don't know how to pass a ball. Cooper to Aronson. Nope. Bamford gets the ball and immediately gives it away again. Watkins, oh, it's a ball over the top. It's not 4-0, but should have been. It was offside. Okay, Bamford's managed to get the ball in a dangerous area. Sinistera. I mean, that's genuinely the worst shot I've ever seen in Football Manager. And I once saw a man hit the post twice in a row. We've been FM to oblivion here. Get off this pitch, Patrick. You've been utterly useless. Something's up with those, by the way. I just realised I'm about to make my 4th sub and it's only an hour, just because of 2 injuries. McGinn goes close. Does this not go through when I click do it? Oh, wait. Oh, because I did it in 3 installments. Yes, I've done 3. I've done 3 sets of substitution just because the injuries were 2 separate substitution windows. Yeah, so I can't make any more substitutes. I thought you got 1 free for injuries anyway, but I think you do in real life. I guess the game hasn't been coded. I mean, look at the XG. We've been royally mugged there. 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, at least, yeah, Bruce Ribs is only 1 to 3 days. He'll be fine next week. Maybe I'll actually have a team I can use going forward. But in regards to YouTube, I'll be honest, I don't know when I'm going to bring you back. It's whatever feels best in terms of when I'm producing it. So I could genuinely bring you back at any point within the next, probably in October at some point, but I can't guarantee anything. Well, if you somehow managed to enjoy that, despite the intense amount of frustration felt, I don't know if it was just me, but do give me, at least out of sympathy, give me the like, comment, and subscribe. You know, boost us in those algorithms. Anyway, I'll see you very soon. Ta-ra.